Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. On the morning of Tuesday, November 14th, a Hopkins County jailer delivering breakfast to an inmate found the inmate breathing but unresponsive, according to Hopkins County Sheriff Louis Tatum. Melvin Williams, age 60, was transported to Christus Mother Frances Hospital in Sulphur Springs. They sent him to Tyler Hospital. At the Tyler Hospital, Williams died. Sheriff Tatum says he does not know the cause of the death or why the local hospital forwarded Williams to Tyler. He awaits the final reports from the autopsy and the inquest in Tyler. Texas Rangers are investigating the death, which is normal procedure in the death of an inmate in the local jail. Williams was described by the sheriff as a nice guy who turned himself in for a 10-day commitment for delivery of marijuana. Williams had been in and out of Hopkins County Jail for over the past 40 years, beginning with his first charge for transporting alcohol in a dry area. Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce 2017 Economic Outlook Conference will feature Richard Forshell, current labor market economist, as keynote speaker. The event is set for Wednesday, December 6th. He will focus on regional economic outlook and the regional workforce. Chamber Executive Leslie Brown stated that Forshell will bring a new voice and opinion to the economic conference. Forshell currently is working in a consultant capacity, performing keynote and related public presentations on a wide range of topics, including all aspects of labor market and career information, education and workforce skill analysis, and labor market trends. He formerly served as director of the Labor Market and Career Information Department of the Texas Workforce Commission. His primary expertise is in regional labor market analysis, interpretation and application of labor market information for education and workforce planning, and making public presentations on state and regional labor market trends as they relate to education, workforce, and economic development policy. Additional areas of interest and expertise include education and workforce policy, state and federal grant administration, job marketing and skills analysis, career progression development, and assessment of occupational supply and demand. His resume includes 38 years in the application or labor market information for education and employment and training policy, over 25 years of progressive management experience, and over 440 presentations in the past decade on all aspects of Texas economy for various audiences in diverse venues across Texas and nationally. Again, the luncheon is set for the Civic Center, December 6th, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Tickets are $20 each.
You are going to need some of these. These are tickets to the Northeast Texas Choral Society's Christmas concert called A Feast of Favorites, and it is packed full of Christmas favorites, some done with a different twist. Let's find out from the director and board members of Northeast Texas Choral Society.
Good morning, Carol.
Good
Allen.
morning.
Carol Ruth Allen.
Yes, ma'am.
And Casey Batterton.
Good morning.
And Carol Ann Odell.
Good morning.
Let's talk about the concert. It's only days away, Carol. It's like immediately after Thanksgiving.
You mean the time is upon us? It's here?
Almost.
Oh, my word. Well, you're right. Concert is December 2nd and 3rd. Let's get that out of the way right up front. 2nd and 3rd. On December 2nd, it is at 7 o'clock in the evening. I believe doors will open about 6:30. And on December the 3rd, it is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Go to your worship services or whatever you do on Sunday morning, and at 1:30, come find your seat for the best 2 o'clock Christmas performance you will have ever seen as we celebrate 20 years of Choral Society.
Northeast Texas Choral Society. And it seems like it's always been here, not just for 20 years.
It does to me too. Yeah. It seems like just part of our community.
It is part of our community, and it is responsible for getting a lot of people in the Christmas spirit. Probably, Carol Ann, you agree with this, that if you're not already, if you're lagging, like the day after Thanksgiving, if you're not in Christmas spirit yet, you will be at the concert.
Absolutely. There are so many songs that you are familiar with, but there's new ones that we have added a little twist to that will make you just feel the season be part of the season and just make you enjoy everything about this season and what we're about to go into.
There's really two reasons to be excited. One, the season, as you mentioned, and the other, the concert itself, because there's so many wonderful treasures in store for you. And I can say that because I'm there on Monday nights on the rehearsal, and I just can't wait for the whole town to see what Carol is going to unwrap at this concert.
We're so glad you're singing with us this semester, and all. It's always so fun when you're with us, and it is a package of songs. Case, tell what we've done, how we've put this together.
Well, this being our 20th year, we went through all the music really from the beginning, and for every year, a song has been chosen to put in this concert. So you are literally hearing 20 years of music in one concert, one from each year, and then one for this year as well. So,
Right. A feast of favorites,
that's
as it
the
says
title.
on your poster.
Yes.
A feast of favorites, exactly.
And I think the one that Carol chose this year is Up on the Housetop. It's not like you've heard before, and the soloist is Peggy Simmons, and it just makes you get so involved in the music. At first, when we got it, we were like the calf at the gate. We went, whoa, wait, but now everybody's into it. It just flows. It is wonderful.
Yeah. Everybody knows Up on the Housetop, right? Up on the housetop, click, 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 that little song. Wait until you hear, right, Enola? Mm-hmm. Wait until you hear what this arranger has done with that song.
Mm-hmm. Every voice part has a very important addition. The basses are just, I say they're sort of like frogs in the pond. They're just putting that underneath rhythm.
True,
Yeah.
Very true.
They do lead that song, I will say. And anytime the basses lead us in a song, it is a stretch for us to depend on them, I think.
Yes.
And also ends up being the most spectacular thing once we get to concert. So the basses are incredible in this song.
And Peggy Simmons just absolutely wails her brains out on this song. Mm-hmm. It is awesome. As are all of our soloists this year. Mm-hmm. This concert, it is. You know I say this every year that this is the best concert ever, but this one really and truly is pretty spectacular.
Well, we have different soloists. I mean, you see some soloists throughout the years if you go to Choral Society concerts. We have Marlon, and he is definitely doing one of them, and he's a favorite. But we have some young singers.
Yes, J.C. Reed, who a lot of you know as Belle from Beauty and the Beast. And then also J.C. has done many, many things. And she is our festival queen, and, she's involved in everything. But she is a darling singer who just brings the house down on Do You Hear What I Hear? I tell you, that.
And again, that's a different setting of Do You Hear. You'll recognize it. It is the song you know, but it is put together in just a marvelous way.
And then there's another song that is the solo is done by Sydney Hawkins. And that is a beautiful, really a mature solo for her that she does beautifully within Star Sang. So
what I say about that one is every single time I hear it, it never gets old, because every single time the tear comes, you can just feel it pricking there in your eyelid. Mm-hmm. But I think a conductor or a maestro or anybody, anytime they hear her do that, they're still going to have that same same feeling. She just, and the music, the words, beautiful.
I think, Enola, with so many of our songs this time, I personally have gotten so involved in the words because, and as you sing them and repeat those words over and over, you cannot help to be so into what you're singing and feeling.
Well, that one song we're talking about with Sydney Hawkins as soloist, and the Stars Sang, which was new to me.
Mm-hmm. Right, it is. It'll be new to most people, although Choral Society has performed it in the past, but so it's we picked it from one of our years, but it's quite lovely, and it's very emotional, very emotional. We love it. And we should talk about, Pam Weidman.
Is that her name?
On Joy.
I hadn't known her. Man.
Pam sang with us many, many years ago. That she's a little powerhouse.
Yes, she's incredible.
Little powerhouse.
She has something that she brings to this song that is really special. We've sung this song before.
It's Joy from the movie Joy to the World. What? It was in a movie. Okay, I can't remember, but you'll recognize it.
Is it from The Preacher's Wife?
Yes.
Okay, and it's a spiritual.
It is. When we sung it before, it was wonderful and beautiful, and the soloist before was amazing too. There's really no comparing the two though, because it's different this time. It's wonderful to sing the songs and bring them back. So we're bringing Joy back from the year that we sung it.
Yeah, long time ago.
And for it to be different and fresh and new again, even though we've done it before. So it's really a tribute to the conducting and also to the soloist and to the growth of Choral Society. One of the reasons why 20 years is so exciting is because Choral Society's depth of knowledge and tone and skill has grown exponentially over those 20 years when you just continue to build and build and build. We're not all brand new anymore. We get new singers and they more quickly adapt to where the group is, which is why the next 20 years are going to be spectacular.
Yeah, and it was cool this semester. We had 14 new singers this time. It's the most we've had in a long time, and boy, it is a shot in the arm for us. We love it. We embrace them, and we look for 14 more. That is the lifeblood of Choral Society. Its ebb and flow is as organic as it can be. It grows and changes every single year. So we love having our new singers, and we're singing with close to 100 singers this time. We also have an ensemble that will play with us, about a 7-piece ensemble. And Susanna Herrera has been handling the gathering of the players, and so we've got a couple of flutes and some strings, and Kelly Fletcher is going to play trumpet with us. Oh man. Just, y'all get your tickets right away.
Tickets are how much?
$12 for adults, $5 for children under age 12. And we will have tickets at local banks and with singers, but you can also go online. And this is something that more and more people are doing, which is fun to see our online sales increase. And it's at netchoral.org, N-E-T choral.org.
And choral is spelled, we do this every year, don't we? Every year. Choral is spelled C-H-O-R-A-L. People kind of want to put an E on the end of that word, which makes it a chorale, which is a singing group. Choral is an adjective. Anyway, lesson over.
One of the other soloists actually is a duet, and I'm very moved by Marilyn Powers and her daughter.
Precious.
Who sing Yes, Virginia. Oh, these are treasures, and you're going to need to be at the concert. One of the two performances, and only two. Only two performances, so don't miss.
That's true. One downside of just doing it for one weekend is that we don't have the word of mouth after some people have been to come and tell everybody. So we just hope that you've been for 20 years and you will know that every concert is more spectacular than the last. And bring your entire family. So many of our local families don't start Christmas until they come to the Christmas concert. And we are honored to be a part of your family Christmas tradition. So come let us be a part of that again this year.
We should talk about Highland Carol.
Oh, my goodness. I think that is, Casey and I have both agreed, that is our favorite song. And this is the one where Jim Dial comes in and plays the bagpipes. And I know people say, oh, but they're so screechy. But this is part of this song. This helps make this song, along with the words. And it's one of those that as we practice it, you can tell everybody is into it totally. Just totally into this song.
It's emotionally very stirring.
Very stirring.
And Jim, the pipes play in an introduction. They don't play all the way through the song, but the introduction to it,
yes,
you just, boy, it calls you.
It's almost like, and I'm not taking away from the Hallelujah chorus, but it's almost like that. When you hear that, then you know that what's coming behind it is going to be great.
You do know this song. I didn't know it by its title, but I know the words when we do Highland Carol, and it's a pretty old song, Carol.
Yes.
Like 1700.
Oh, well, it's a Christmas carol. It's the words to one of our most famous Christmas carols. So it's Michael Smith, isn't it? Michael W. Smith. So he's really good at taking familiar carols and making something absolutely wonderful happen with them. In my opinion, this is his best effort ever. It is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful.
There are songs we haven't mentioned that I could just talk forever about. The gift that you'll get from coming to the concert. Yes, it raises funds for Choral Society because of the many things we do through the year, but it's mainly the gift to the people who come to listen.
They're the only reason we do what we do. We always say we sing for you, which is very true. If it weren't for the audience, we wouldn't be doing any of this. So this is something that we enjoy, of course, and get a lot from this, but bringing a community choir together and singing for our local community is very special to us, and we don't take it for granted at all.
And singing is a natural human expression.
Yeah. And talk about our Marine Guard that comes every year to be with us, and our loyal audiences, our patrons who support us. One of the reasons that we can give away any tickets and make any free tickets available is because we have unswerving support from so many patrons and so many donors. But Carolyn, talk about our Marine Guard, what they do for us.
They have put this on their schedule, the 2 concerts that we do
every year.
And they're dressed and they're there. They pass out the programs. They help if anyone needs help down. And they look forward to doing it, and that's just part of their routine as well, is to come.
And we'll enjoy seeing them there. We used to call it the Civic Center. Now, Sulphur Springs High School Auditorium. It's inside the Civic Center. Beautiful, lovely, comfortable seating.
Yes, brand new. And bring a sweater.
Here's Don Julian with sports.
The Wildcats play a Lovejoy Friday at Prim Stadium in a by-district match, and the Leopards' head football coach is Todd Dodge in his second year at Lovejoy. The former University of Texas quarterback back in the 90s was the offensive coordinator for Coach Todd Dodge at Southlake Carroll and at the University of North Texas. Coach Ford also built the program at Round Rock Cedar Ridge, leading them into the playoffs for 3 straight years before coming to Lovejoy. This year, Lovejoy is 5-5 for the season, just like the Wildcats. They lost their first 5, but they've won the last 5. Plagued by injuries and a tough schedule that included playoff teams Argyle, Frisco Wakeland, Frisco Lone Star, and Highland Park, the Leopards went 0-5. After a bye week, they got healthier, and they've won 5 straight, including victories over playoff teams North Forney and Mesquite Poteet. Lovejoy's quarterback is Carson Collins, who was injured early, and Coach Ford said he is benefiting from starting 10 games last year as a sophomore. Receiver Chase Van Wagner is headed for TCU. On defense, the Leopards' leader is Arkansas commit Bumper Poole, their senior middle linebacker. Coach Ford said the Wildcats are well coached and they're playing very hard. And he said the Wildcats are also on a winning streak and are playing with confidence. Coach Ford said the opportunity is there for a really good football game to take place Friday night. The Saltillo basketball girls varsity tournament got underway Thursday morning at 8 in Saltillo, and 10 teams are playing in that tournament. Pool A includes Bullard, Chisholm, North Lamar, Rivercrest, and Saltillo. Pool B has Chess, Clarksville, Paris, Quinlan Ford, and Winnsboro. The Saltillo Lady Lions played Rivercrest Thursday morning, and they're taking on Chisholm in a game that was scheduled to start Thursday at around 6:40 p.m. Winnsboro is playing Chess and Quinlan Ford on Thursday's first day of the tournament. Pool play will continue Friday with bracket play Saturday in this Saltillo basketball girls varsity tournament.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.